What is going on, y'all? I have a stack of Big Boppers here. These seem to be y'all's favorite videos. The views on these are normally a couple hundred more than a regular TTM video. And I don't know if I can blame you. It's just typically some good stuff. The very last card in this particular video will be the biggest TTM that I've ever gotten, non-game use related. Freaking incredible. I've had it for a while, and this is kind of the first time I've been able to make this video. So this first is this is an eBay pickup, Paul Hornung. We all know that he signs through TTM really well, but he normally, well, I've never seen him, inscribed the Hall of Fame 86. And so for the price of this, I could not pass it up. So really, really happy with that. Got in 4 of 4 from Walter Jones. I've seen people send, my lord, so many cards to him, like 10, 15. I've seen one dude that did 6 cards and 4 or 5 8x10s, and he signed them all. And I'm definitely not saying that's a good thing. I guess Mr. Jones just looks at it like he'll get them all knocked out at one time versus you sending to him 15, 16 freaking times. 4 cards, that's the most I've ever sent to a guy, and that's, I think, all of my Walter Jones cards that I had. 2 of 2 from Juan Marichal. For all of y'all that ask for the addresses for these, let me see here. Ooh. If you buy this book, okay, there's the address or the website right here. I believe it says, what does it say here? sportsaddresslist.com. There you go. This is all the addresses that I use for baseball. You can go on there and buy them for football, basketball, hockey, non-sport, and wrestling. Really, really good source. What they do then is they send you an update about once every quarter or so of people that have passed on from the catalog that you bought, and any updates if someone's moved and their new address, so on and so forth. I wouldn't say it's 100% accurate because I've definitely gotten some RTSs, but it's really good, man. And there's addresses in there that you're not going to find on any of these paid websites. I can promise you that. That's where I got Juan Marichal. That is also where I got Orlando Cepeda, signing 2 of 2. And both of these turned out really nice. I wish that Ginter was in a Giants uniform, but you know, you can't win them all. Nonetheless, it turned out beautifully. 2 of 2 from the Hawk, Andre Dawson. Wow, it's really hard to see in person. He signed it with a thin blue Sharpie, and it looks really good in person, but on camera it's really hard to see. Yeah, you can have some of that. 2 of 2 from Fran Tarkenton with the Hall of Fame 86 inscription. I had nothing of Mr. Tarkenton, so really, really happy to add him to the collection. One of these for sure, probably both, will be going off in the next PSA DNA order. That seems to be going smooth. I have a lot of people asking questions with not a whole lot of follow-up. So there's a lot of people down below in the feed and in the comments that say, hey, contact me or email me or anything like that, and I'll leave my email, and that's where it stops. So if you want to get in it, awesome, by all means. I think it's a hell of a deal. Obviously, I'm biased. But once I get those 100 cards, this order's going out, and then the next one will probably be in September or October, sometime before Christmas. Next, 2 of 2. This was care of the the Devil Rays. Evan Longoria, and I don't know if this one's going to show up or not. Come on, focus. It's not going to show it. Underneath Longoria, he inscribed Longo. So really, really freaking cool, man. And these little Bowman ice cards are beautiful. I sent 2 cards in to Chris Osgood. I'm not a big hockey guy. I've just been trying to pick up some of the bigger name guys or the Hall of Famers that sign I sent in, what did I send in? I sent in these 2 cards. And then he signed those, obviously, and then he sent me back these 2 cards. So anyone that wants Chris Osgood, I obviously have probably 3 of them there that I would trade if you want them. Awesome. Next, I've gotten this guy before, but I wanted him on a rookie card. He does not sign without a donation. I think I sent 2 cards and $20, and he signed and he added an extra card. And that is Anthony Munoz. And I believe this is the extra one. And then he signed this one. And this beauty right here, which cannot get slabbed fast enough for me. It doesn't show up the best on camera, but in person the thing is really, really nice. Years ago, about 4 years ago, I got Evan Longoria and this next guy in the same week. No hacks, no tricks, no freaking nothing crazy. Just sent to the damn stadium, and I got him back. And so I thought I'd roll the dice again, and you already see I got the Longo back. And I got in 2 of 2. The other one is already packaged up, ready for a submission. So I have this one here. Captain America himself, David Wright. I'm really happy to get this. Not Captain America like you know. This is a different Captain America. Really happy to get this one in. And not only did he sign these 2 cards, he sent me 2 Sweet Spot blue inked official Major League Baseballs that are upstairs, and I have no clue what I'm going to do with them. I'd like to sell them just because I don't collect baseballs anymore. I'd like to sell them and use that money to go towards my submission. So if you want a David Wright ball, I guess I'll sell them for $45 each. I mean, they are beautiful. They really are. Yeah, so just write down below if you're interested, and I'll give you my contact information, and we'll go from there. This is the last card, and this is huge. This was a trick to write one of the execs with the Marlins, and it worked for about 3 weeks. And then I guess that dude finally got pissed off with people writing him, and I started seeing RTSs all over the place from people trying to get this guy once the secret was out of the bag. Signing 2 of 2 on Gypsy Queen, which is my personal favorite card to get signed. Like how Mike O is with the Allen and Ginter, I'm with the Gypsy Queen. And 2 of 2 from Ichiro Suzuki. Absolutely insane, man. His TTMs or his in-person autographs or certified stuff is just so stupid expensive, man. Between his American fans and Japanese fans, and his stuff is so expensive. Be careful with that stuff, please.
Yes, sir.
So these aren't for sale or for trade. I think the only way I would trade one is maybe for a Mike Trout card. But other than that, they're definitely going to be staying with me for quite some time. So you know who you are out there that gave me that tip. Thank you so much. I know I've wrote you a couple times when we went back and forth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is huge, man. So that is it for the cards. I will tell y'all one more thing. When it comes to the TTM community is kind of different as far as with addresses and secrets and all of this and that. I've come to notice over the years when you help someone out, they are more likely to help you out. You know what I mean? So that guy that has all the secrets and all the addies, and other people start getting in a big name guy, and then he wants in on the click, no one ever freaking includes that dude because you don't share, because you aren't, you know, open with how you're getting your stuff. So if you're that guy or if you're that girl and you're freaking getting in some decent sized people, decent TTMs here and there, and then all of a sudden someone starts getting in someone big and you want to know how they did it or what address they used or what secret they used, but you aren't willing to be forthcoming with how you got your stuff, don't waste your time. So that is that. I get asked dang near on every video, what do I use for my addresses? I've already showed y'all that book. I also subscribe to Star Tiger. I believe it's $4.99 a month, or if you do a year, they give you a little discount. I think it ends up being like $4 a month or something. Really good. Star Tiger's extremely good for the guys that you see to sign all the time. I would say these books are more good for the dudes that you've never seen sign, or you just want to freaking roll the dice. Probably only about 50-50 using that book, and I would say that's probably because the guys that I'm sending to do not sign. So that is that. I have another big old stack that I could do of Big Boppers that will be coming down the road. We are within 60 days, well less than now, of the National. Excuse me. Super excited, super pumped. Been talking to freaking, who've been talking to Ben, Jason, Everett, all them dudes. They're all super pumped, super jacked. Can't wait, man. Like I've said before in my past videos, the money's just sitting there waiting for me to get on a plane and go. So the National cannot get here fast enough, in my opinion. So that is that. Thanks for watching. Till next time, adios, be safe, and bye-bye.